How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Thousand Year Door, otherwise known as Paper Mario 2. For those around last time, you know we did all of the Trouble Center side questy stuff, which is probably why we have as much money as we do now. But let's go ahead and show that off first and foremost. In fact, I think they actually might say something about it. Nope, they don't. Okay. But yeah, there you go. Full Trouble Center was done last time. Got all of it done. And as a result, despite the fact I went from 700 coins down to about 100, we made most of that back, if not all of it, by doing all that side questing. So, with that taken care of, and all the crystal stars obtained, what left is there to do, you might ask, or you might just look at the title of the video and already know the answer to that. That would be the Pit of 100 Trials, which, for those that have not seen, is basically a, as you would expect, 100-floor mini-dungeon with enemies upon enemies. And I'm going to pull up a list so I know exactly how far we're going, because while we are doing the whole thing... No, I don't want the Super Paper Mario one. That's the one I want. Prizes. Here we go. Okay. So, we are doing the full Pit of 100 Trials, but we're sort of doing 150 trials in a way, because there are different items that you can pick up for getting through each multiple of 10 floors. And on floor 50, we get what's called the Strange Sack, which allows us to double our inventory space, because we only have 10 items. So, as I don't expect the first 50 floors to be all that hard, I'm going to withdraw some of my items, some of my less important items, and use those going through the early parts of the dungeon. And then when we come back, we'll have, like, the proper stuff ready to go in using the, Oops, nope, that's not what I want. In using the more difficult things. So, let's see. I think that will probably do for now. Yeah, I think that will do. Bear in mind, we do also have, for those that haven't seen, we do have Item Hog on, which will increase the likelihood that enemies also drop items. And we have Flower Saver, as well as the Flower Drop item, which is Flower Finder. So the likelihood of FP Hearts appearing, or FP Flowers appearing, will be increased, and the usage will be minimized. So with all that said, here's hoping that it won't cost that much to be able to make it down to floor 50. I don't expect, again, the first 50 floors to be all that bad, but we'll see how it goes. We did do a tiny bit of this in a previous side quest, so we have gotten down to floor 20, as we had to help a kid whose dad was stuck in the Pit of 100 Trials, and he was stuck on floor 18. So we have gotten both of the rewards for... I might actually take that stopwatch. We have gotten both the rewards for 10 and 20, so I will be skipping those floors with movers if it is possible, so don't freak out at being like, oh, you just, like, skipped one. What did you do that for? That was so stupid. It is worth noting, though, be very careful about what items that you take in, because while there are merchants on every 10th floor, what they sell is going to get more and more expensive as time goes on. So be warned, you can buy items down there. They're going to be basic items like maple syrup, honey syrup, the mushroom variants, that kind of thing. But they will come at a high price. I've no use for that. We'll throw it away. Alright, with all that said, let's get to the pit and get going. I've been stalling a little bit so people have time to hop in here and get ready. I'm going to do one fight really quickly just to make sure that I'm still used to the combat since it has been a couple days. It looks like we're good on star power, so no need to worry about getting that. Alright. Let's get going. Ladies and gentlemen, the pit of 100 trials. Danger, do not enter. This pipe is the entrance pit of 100 trials. The first attack and bump attack badges won't work, so beware. That's actually good to know. I'm not really big on those types of things, but yeah, that's good to know. I will be tattling where possible, but if tattling ends up being like something that could potentially get me killed because I'm wasting a turn with a party member, I might avoid doing it. Still a pretty lucky partner. We also have spike shields, so we don't have to worry about spikes as well as the fire shield. I have no use for that. Since we're only going to floor 50 before we go and get more items, I'm not too terribly worried about hitting 999 coins and just having it be excess money. But we'll see how that goes. Alright. That's a Gloomba. It likes dark, damp places. Max HP is 7, attacks 3, defense is 0. It's stronger than normal Goombas, so be careful. That's not a healthy color for a Goomba, but it doesn't mean it's sick or anything, so don't show any mercy. Okay, I won't. Honey syrup, do I want to toss anything for that? Nah, I feel like the fire flower is, believe it or not, actually more worth it despite the low FP, just because of how easy it is for me to get FP back, and then even if I didn't through beating an enemy, I still have Sweet Treat, Sweet Feast, like, I'm pretty much set in that regard. Man, am I glad I put on FP Saver. Which is funny, because the first time I played the Paper Mario games, I did use stuff like the Flower Finder and FP Saver. But I was, like, very heavily Flower Points style. Like, didn't use a lot of badges. HP was, like, probably mid to mid-low. I dumped most of my points into FP. For better or for worse. So hopefully everybody's doing well today on this 20th of March, at least whenever this is being live streamed, if you're watching it in the future. There's not too terribly much going on in these earlier floors, so That will leave me a little bit more free to just kind of hang out, since I don't have to focus on strategy all that much. Even in cases where there's a big group of enemies like that, pretty much just power shell the victory. I'm admittedly a little surprised we haven't seen a mover yet, but that said, last time that we had to come down here, we found like 3 in the 18 floors we had to go. Don't need that flower, don't need that dried shroom. Ooh, that's a lot of boys. Shame that they're all gonna die. It is really satisfying to kill a huge group of enemies like that with Power Shell, though. There's a Fright Mask. Don't want it. But it's there. Nope, messed it up. Oh well. Getting first strikes, in particular in the later floors, are actually decently important. In the earlier floors, it's just if you don't want to use a multi-hit attack, then you should probably try and get it, because ideally you can get the first enemy out, and that's one less you have to deal with on your turn, which means, provided that the group is 3 or less total, that you'll be able to beat them in one round without having to use a multi-hit. But since I have it set up so that I can usually spend Power Shell basically for free, it's not the end of the world if I've got to. Because in my case, Power Shell is 2 FP. You just kill all enemies, and then you're probably getting at least 1 flower bag by the end of the fight. Like so. And there we go, here's 410, here's the merchant, like I mentioned, I don't need anything from him. There's the treasure chest that we've already opened, but for the record, if you're playing along, that would be Sleepy Stomp. It is a badge for 2 FP that, in addition to doing damage with your jump attack, has the chance to put an enemy to sleep, and it is 1 badge point to use. It is not a badge I currently have equipped. I'm not big on, like, the stuff like Sleepy Stomp, Shrink Hammer, any of the stuff that has a chance to inflict status. Unless I was fighting a boss that I knew specifically was weak to whatever element, I just wouldn't bother with it. A maple syrup. I'll toss the fire flower only because I might be able to use that for a cooking ingredient whenever we do the proper 100. There's a mover, finally, at long last. So you can check the floor to make sure you're not going to skip anything. I'm going to go down 5 levels. And that will allow us to skip some. So I guess technically we're not going to be showing all the floors, but that said, that's exactly what you would do if you were doing this. So, because on the easier floors, why would you bother wasting your time? And on the harder floors, you want to skip stuff so that you don't get killed. And also, really, as a whole, it's faster to get through the entire thing like this. But rest assured, at least when it comes to the mover prices, since they're pretty cheap, you will probably be making back those 10 or 30 coins, depending on what you used, within a fight or two. I don't remember if it's a badge in this game, but in particular if they have money. I know that's a badge in the first game. I don't remember if it's in the second one. If it is, I don't think we have it currently. But yeah, if you got money, you're going to be set going through here. I'm sure we'll see some switching up of the party later. It's just right now, Koops is nice and easy to use. Mario can hit air enemies. He can hit anything on the ground, and most enemies are going to be on the ground at this point. Volt Shroom, going to pass on it. I'm going to pass on it. I do not want that. There's floor 20. We already picked up what was in there, but for the record, that would have been Fire Drive. That would allow you to basically use a Quake Hammer with a fire effect for 5 FP. It will assault all ground enemies and burn them. It requires 3 badge points to use. I don't remember. Well, no, because he's going to have 7. Yeah, let's go ahead and swap and tattle him. These are early enemies, so might as well. That's a spiky Gloomba. It likes dark places. Match HP is 7, attacks 4, defense is 0. Its attack's pretty high, huh? Sure you know this, but try not to jump on the spike. I wonder if I'd look like that if I stayed down here long enough. I'd rather not think about that. Are there tanning salons in Rogueport? Maybe. Who knows? Get you to use that mush boom. Ouch! Why would you lick? That's quite rude. Let's do multi-bounce again. Get rid of the ghosts. But now you kind of see what I mean about, like, sometimes sacrificing a turn to tattle just is not worth it. Particularly when you have a low HP build. But the good news is, since these are still low-level enemies, again, not too terribly worried about it. The other thing we could do is, because Koops does 7 damage, is if I take damage like that, I can go ahead and use Sweet Treat to get it back. Because we'll get the star power back for sure. Hello? There we go. I was like, there should be some Mario heads in here somewhere. They were like all at the end for some reason. That was really weird. There's a power block, don't need it. You'll probably be hearing me say stuff like that a lot early on when the items are not great for drops. Nice and clean. Got a spike pouch. Briefly does half damage to all foes who attack directly. I'll pass on that. I know there's a fair few people that like that, as well as the powder that I think increases your attack. I do like the attack buffs, but like if I'm going to do that, I'm probably just going to use the buff up from the Crystal Star power. Power Lift. I'll probably just use Power Lift myself. $24. We're a quarter of the way there. A little ghosty friend. Hello, ghosty friend. I'm afraid I'll have to kill you, or send you to the afterlife or something. You're still very cute, though. Let's see if he drops that mushroom or something else, potentially. Nope, just a honey syrup. Alright. I will say, at least Item Hog gives a little bit of interestingness to the lower floors of, like, well, let's see what they drop, because who really knows? Alright, this is 26. So I don't want to go down 5 levels, I'll just take the 2. So otherwise I'll miss the 30. There we go. Some enemies that are floating like that I might end up using the hammer on rather than the jump, just because of how weird it is to try and hit them with that. I believe they all have, or I believe they take 5 damage from this. Yep. Man, if you don't take them out, that fight could get real annoying really quick with all the spinies they could throw. If I remember right, too, like, pretty much the moment you have access to the Pit of 100 Trials, you could go in here, and as you're seeing, now that we've got some of the later enemies, like the Chapter 2 and 3 enemies versus Chapter 1, there's Zap Tap. Do damage to enemies that touch Mario in battle. Think, like, permanent Volt Shroom. This requires 3 BP. Let's move on. But yeah, you could totally, like, come down here and get far enough to where you could see enemies that you wouldn't have seen in the main story yet. I'm pretty sure we've tattled one of these before. Oh, maybe not. Well, it's dead now, so hopefully we'll see another one. No, the stupid fog, not again. Hate that fog. That's supposed to help you, too. That's the worst part. That stage mechanic is supposed to help you not get hit. I would sooner rather just stick on more of the lucky badges and not deal with that. Thanks. Another mover. We're on 32, so we can take the full 5 floors here. I do think it's nice that the mover ones don't increase their prices, though, because the shops down here will. They will increase their prices. Oh, I don't have enough for that. Alright. Nope. Hit that button way too early. Actually, first and foremost, though, since we don't have the tattle for the regular one, now that I knocked its wings off. Surprised we don't have that one yet. It's a Buzzy Beetle. It's kind of cute. Max speed is 5, attacks 3, defense is 4. It's got pretty good defense, and fire and explosions won't hurt it whatsoever. But if you can jump on it, you can flip it over and drop its defense down to 0. Then it's at our mercy. Don't hesitate. Jump, jump. Well, might as well. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that tasty tonic, thanks. There we go. See what I mean about some of them just being harder to hit, though? Yeah, now feels like a decent time to do that, because I think those Shady Koopas might do that stupid dizzy thing, so... We'll just make sure they can't do that. In order to get the Tattle, I think I'm going to be using another Crystal Star command here. Dark Koopa. That's Dark Koopa. Lives in dark places the light never reaches. Max HP is 8, attack is 4, defense is 2. It's a bit tougher than a regular Koopa, so you won't be able to beat it easily. But it does have the same weaknesses as a regular Koopa. Flip it over and it's helpless. Why do you think it needs sunglasses down here anyway? What's the point? Well, he must be an American, because Americans always wear sunglasses. Yeah, right, why not? These are still, like, pretty early in the game enemies, so... So hopefully this works. Just being very careful to make sure to hit the right buttons on that last one. Because I assume that accuracy is more important than speed here. Or 40, which is... Pity Flower. Whenever Mario takes damage, occasionally recover 1 FP. And that requires 3 badge points to use. Yeah, I'll take a boost sheet. Oh, but I'm full, so I can't take it. That's kind of dumb. This is a dark paratroopa that lives in dark, damp places. Same stats. It's strong, but otherwise it's just like other paratroopas. It's airborne, so try to ground it first. I will not be grounding it, I will be killing it outright, as I know it has that dizzy attack thing. Oh, right, the curse is still active too, so I could also get more money from that. Jeez, imagine, like, having money, and then getting that on top of that. You'd get an insane amount of coins. That was probably like 20 right there, if I had to guess. What's our best bet here? Probably this. if that Buzzy's gonna die, but the Pokey definitely will. That works. There's a Keelhaul Key enemy. I almost said Castaway Bay, but nope, that's Mario Party 6. Alright, cool. Back up to full FP, back up to full health. Hello, Pokey. Ooh, lots of Pokies. I can definitely see I'm going to have to think about what to do for a strategy for... Like, for example, those were decently high, all things considered, health enemies, and they were on the ground, so it wasn't too hard to eliminate them with a combination of Power Shell and Quake Hammer. However... yeah, that should work. However, if they're aerial enemies that have high health, that might be a different story. It said explosions don't work, but we can also do a pierce attack. That's twice now they've tried to get me. This is an exact same combination of enemies we fought earlier. Like, exact same amount, exact same enemies, exact same position of enemies. Not exactly sure what they're trying to pull there. Of course, I also know the enemies aren't preset. They pick from, like, a pool of enemies that it can be, depending on which set of floors you're on, for, like, 30 to 40, for example. Surprised it gave me that one. I knew I hit the button too early and I did it anyway. There's no need for me to take that dried shroom, and even if I... Yep, I was about to say, and even if I didn't need it, inventory's full. So no need. This is an interesting combination of enemies here. Nice. I tried to guard both of those, but there was no need to. I was getting blocked behind the number. I couldn't see who was trying to throw what to me. And with that, we have made it to floor 50. Which means we now have a strange sack, an item that lets you carry up to 20 items. Very nice. Which means we've got to hop out and fill that up for the actual difficult levels. Also, one of the shine sprites I never picked up, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it wasn't here. There is one there, but I guess I must have already gotten it. Unless it's on this other one, but I don't think it is. Nope, it's not. So like I said, if I had to take a guess as for what I'm going to need for later stages, it's going to be stuff that can hit aerial enemies, so maybe a couple of the multi-hit attacks. Something where I can use multi-bounce with Mario, and that will take him down to about half health, and then I can finish them off with an item if I need to do that. So stuff like Thunder Rages would be a good option. But first, I have no need for that Fright Mask. I'm getting rid of that. Everything else I do want to keep. Stuff like Boo Sheet would come in handy if I really need to play defensively. That's a full heal, so I'll take the pasta, sure. Let's see. I'm trying to think of another spot to buy Thunder Rage other than the one I'm thinking of, because I don't want to have to trek all the way around to get that. There's Mega Rush again, but nope, I don't need any of those. No, I think unfortunately that'll be the... Well, maybe not. I could just look it up. Ah, the Twilight Town shop has it. Perfect. Okay, that's going to be a little bit faster than having to be stuck on the train for a little bit and then going all the way to Poshley and then warping back. We can check what else in there. I do want to get at least one, if not two more life shrooms to have 2 or 3 total. So if those are available here, I might pick those up as well. Because those are basically insurance policies for if I make a mistake or just have to take a couple hits. They already give me the super shroom, I would assume. Well, maybe they didn't. There we go. Sort by types. So we got room for 4 more things. So we've got 2/3 for FP. We'll just say that's a full heal. 2 for FP, 1 for full heal. 5 for statusing enemies. 4 for damaging enemies. Oh, excuse me. Total of 3 for FP, and then 3 for health. I'm actually going to do something a bit abnormal, but it kind of works here. I'm going to sell both of the super shrooms. And I'm going to replace them with life shrooms, and then basically I can just intentionally die. I don't think Boo Sheet is sold anywhere. I could be wrong about that. Oh, you can buy them on Access Express, but I think you can buy those. Oh no, those are at Glitzville. I don't want to go that far for it. Ooh, but they do that. Yeah, I might actually do that. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Yep. I'm going to buy 1 more Thunder Rage. And then I'm going to store all the Thunder Rages I have. As well as the Repel Capes. Okay. Initially, I was not going to go buy any of those point swaps, but the fact that they can be used for multiple things to help me out here that are both good, there's no reason that I wouldn't do it. it's worth making the trek over there to get it for both options. So we'll do it for both, and then we'll basically be set. So I'll buy 7 of those, and then I'll look at the, Oops, that's not the right way. And then I'll look and see what else they have for that last slot. If they have any of those power punches, I might take those. But again, I feel like just using the buff for the crystal stars would work just as well, because you're getting the attack and the defense, so we'll see. Well, for as few recipes as we've made with Zesty, at least we'll have a few more after this. Could take that. Alright, it's point swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there wasn't anything extra I picked up there. Yeah, I'll take the... Well, that's... It says boost your partner attack. No, I think I'll take the Earthquake. Alright. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, but then again, we weren't going inside of the Glitz Pit and fighting or anything. So we didn't have to go into the building and all the way down the hallway and then go reserve a match and then be told, oh, you got this stupid victory condition that's basically going to make it impossible because this guy does like 10 damage per hit. We want you to get hit 5 times. I think at one point I did make all of the recipes in this game. I know I did in the first one, but I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't one that I streamed or one that I did as a Let's Play, but I'm pretty sure in my own time I did get all the recipes done. Okay, withdraw. I think those were the only 2 repel capes I had, correct? Yes. Ancient prophecy discovered when the moon shines bright, the end will draw near. What does the back say? What's going on tonight? Is the man in the moon freaking out or what? What was the last part of that? Starstruck astronomer. Oh, right, from when we blew up the base, yeah. Alright, so I want you to cook the repel cape with the point swap. And we'll cook both these. I've always kind of been iffy on the repel cape because it is a chance for them to miss, but it's not a guarantee for it to miss. Well, it looked like it just made a mistake. Nope, that is correct. A boo sheet makes you invisible so attacks against you miss. Not might miss, they just miss outright, which is much what I prefer. Anybody that's watched me play any of my Fire Emblem challenges knows I prefer people that just have 100% accuracy. And if I have to sacrifice a bit of power to do that, I will sacrifice a bit of power to do it. other thing we're going to cook all of them together with is the point swap and the Thunder Rage I just bought. And the reason for doing that is because it actually makes the Thunder Rage stronger. Shooting Star. It doesn't confuse, but it does do an additional point of damage, which is the big thing. Alright, let me go and grab more of those Thunder Rages. It might not seem like a lot, but A, the point swap item itself was only 5 coins, so it's not that big a deal. Store. There we go. But yeah, the 5 coins isn't a big a deal, but the 1 extra point of damage might actually make a difference. So if I'm using an attack all with either my party member or Mario himself, and I leave him with 6 health, we'll say they have like 11 HP and I do 5, then I won't be kicking myself in the butt for making a mistake that I had no excuse but laziness for doing. Thunder Rage, point swap. The big thing I'm also going to have to remember is that while I can use my party members to take damage for me because they have more health than I do, all of them will/do, I'm going to have to be very, very careful in the fact that they will use up life shrooms if they also get killed. Alright, so that's 5 health items for life shrooms, 5 for dodging, 3 for FP, and it'll be 5 for damaging, including the remaining shooting star and that earthquake. So that will give us a pretty good balance of offense, defense, health, FP. I'm going to store 2 of these real quick. And to be fair, it could be entirely possible that I'm more than ready to do this and won't need all these items anyway, because I brought in stuff that I thought would be used a fair bit in the first 50 floors, and I think I only used, like, 1 item that I actually brought with me. Which even then, it wasn't one that I had to, I just chose to. Like, I could have used Earth Tremor all the same. But I think the more I've played, the more I've realized, like, I'm not too terribly big on Earth Tremor myself, just because of the chance of me screwing it up, which is just user error, that's all it is. I guess we could sort these as well, sure. Ah, this was the throat bomb. My voice came back and everything. Maybe I was a little too jolly. I started shouting, now I've lost my voice again. I'm resting now. But yeah, there may not be much, but at least we have snow. We put tiny bomb-bombs inside our snowballs so they explode when they hit. It's super dangerous, which makes it super cool. Unfortunately, it also makes it super legal, which is pretty lame, but come visit anyway. Nice. Alright. Now all we need to do is withdraw those 2 life shrooms, and I'll take one last look, and I think we'll be good to go for the full gauntlet here. Also, I'll go ahead and buy this since it's here. Alright. Oh, they already categorized for me. Alright. So if we have 5 for HP, we have 5 for damaging, the 4 here, plus... Oh, sorry, we have 6 for damaging. We have 5 for evasion / status, including the stopwatch. And we have 3 for FP. 4 for FP. So it's pretty balanced between everything. 5, 4, 6, 5. We've got all our party members upgraded except for one, but I'm not going to be using Flurry, I can almost assure you. So, let's do it. Let's do the full 100. Now that we're an hour in, but to be fair, we did go through half of it, so... Now we're ready for the full deal. Like with the last one, since we'd already gotten the chests from floors 10 and 20, if a mover shows up and I can skip past 10, 20, 30, 40, or 50, I will be doing so. And thankfully pretty soon here we're going to have a little bit more wiggle room for our badges. Speaking of movers, please get me past these early easy floors that are just going to waste my time. A mushroom, that's nice, but I'll pass, thanks. That's actually not a terrible item for that early, since that's not even floor 10. Since there's no need to power shell right now, I'm just going to leave Crest out with me. One less damage for one less FP. Really, there's no reason I should be doing that, so... Even though we're 99% sure we'll get the flowers back, I'll try to be relatively conservative. There's floor 10. I'm curious to see what the later floors will look like, because I remember that enemies, more often than not, seem to have at least one badge to try to tempt you into stealing with Ms. Mouse and essentially sacrificing one of your turns. Trying to do that mashing R as quietly as I can. I know there's really no easy way to normally go like... So, I will do my best to keep that quiet whenever possible, but no promises. Thankfully, that's pretty much the only attack that's like, oh, mash the R button. I think somebody else does have like a mash L and R together, but I don't remember who it is. It could be like Flurry's last attack, maybe. But it's not an attack I ever use, so... Five more floors and we'll get that level up. Oh, he's got a thunderstorm. That's nice. I tried to pull back left. For some reason, my brain was like, oh, you're using the hammer right now. Oh, a Piter. Lovely. Those are kind of hard to hit, because you can't hit them with a hammer. No more Piter. Thankfully, we won't have to deal with those very often, because they're a Boggly Woods enemy. Though I think they do get a recolored one later on in the Pit of 100 Trials. That's got more health. And presumably can do more damage, seeing as the normal ones would probably be able to do squat right now. 1 if not guarded and 0 if guarded, would be my guess. Oh, a couple thunderstorms here, huh? Alright. You can play that game, sure. Luckily, I can play a game called Multi-Bounce. Goodbye, Fright Mask. I do love that it's a picture of bows, but unfortunately it's not that helpful. Was never big on using those or the fright jars in the first game. They just never seemed to work, and even when they did, you don't get the star points for making him run away, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, if you were in over your head in a fight, your best bet would probably be to run, not to use one of those. Alright, let's take a look at our gear here, or our badges, rather. Could use Pretty Lucky. We've got 4, so that makes me think I was probably, yeah, saving up for, like, Feeling Fine. Yeah, I'll put Feeling Fine on. Immune to Poison or Dizziness, the Dizziness being the more pressing of those two. But I do remember a lot of enemies in the later levels like to use stuff that will make you take status effects, so I want to avoid those. I'm pretty sure that's what Past Me did by leaving that, intentionally leaving that additional badge point free, and since that was something we picked up during the chapter we were in the X-Naut base, that would make the most sense. Meanwhile, anybody watching this on Archive is like, dude, you just did that, like, not that long ago, but it's been a couple weeks for me. I know picking up the coins seems theoretically useless at this point, but just on the small off chance that I actually do need to buy something from the merchant, that's why I'm going to keep picking them up. Can still use them for the movers as well, obviously. Ooh, a lot of enemies here. Get that mini Mr. Mini out of here, man. What you think you're doing? Ah, right, I remember these. Pretty sure I was able to just multi-bounce across these. Yep, looks like it. Yeah, if those things started dropping spinies, you'd probably have to keep Quake hammering them to get rid of them, and then have Goombella or some other person that can attack aerially just take them out one by one by one. That would be quite obnoxious. Another ghost friend. Hello, ghost friend. We'll also get to see some of the dark boos in this as well, because I know there's some, like, pinkish purple ones. I think when we fought this group of enemies, that guy was actually holding the same item as well. I think he had that, like, mushroom that gives you health at a slow rate. It gives you, like, 2 per 3 to 5 turns or something like that. Yeah, slow shroom makes allies recover HP gradually for a brief period. I'm not taking it, but yeah, that's what it does. There's also an FP version of that too. I think you can get them in the Rogueport Sewer store. There's a lot of star power, but I guess to be fair, it's Toads in the audience. Toads seem to get a lot more star power than pretty much any other. There probably is a scale for that, but again, it seems like Toads are the highest one. Which would fit with the time, because stuff like even Mario Party 3 had a game where you had to try to match up slots in a 2v2 game, and the Toads were the best ones, so kind of falling in line with Toads are the most useful, which is a very ironic statement, I realize. Well, we're almost up to 500 coins once again. Oh, almost. $4.99. Well, we'll get it after this fight. No big deal. I feel like we gotta be pretty close to floor 30 by this point. Or 40, whatever set we're on. Let's take a little peek. 29, yep, there's 30 right here. Yep, the movers can also show up on the treasure floors, which means we'll be using it. So that I don't have to sit through more of those. Well, that'll make the 30s go by faster, so that's a nice plus. I noticed they've been holding off on the poison mushrooms on doing that until like the very end. Like those last two also popped up at the very end. Oh well, it's probably not important. Is this the one where the fog tried to assist me? No, this is a different one. Yeah, I gotta say, for all the builds that I've done in Thousand Year Door, as much as I like doing the BP only, I did do it a little bit differently last time. I do like this version of basically you get all your resources back by the end of using it. What could I do here? I think it said fire didn't work on him, so... I think I'm gonna bite the bullet and go ahead and use one. Also, hey Mel, I am doing good thus far. We're currently doing the Pit of 100 trials, and we are on level 38. I went and grabbed the strange sack to double my inventory that was on floor 50, filled it up with items, and now we're doing the actual run all the way through. Somebody was trying to throw me a flower in the audience. I saw it while Goombella was attacking, but I could not get it. But I'm full on flowers, so it's no big deal. Ooh, perfect. I will take that to replace the shooting star that I just gave up in the last fight. I knew that using a combination of the line jump slash multi-bounce and combining with Power Shell was going to leave all those enemies with 1 HP, and I didn't want to do that with Mario in the front. He would have taken potentially fatal damage, even though I've got plenty of life shrooms, and that's not an issue. I still want to try to avoid that if possible. Let's do something a little different here. For that. Yeah, I'm actually gonna just defend on his end. Then I'll get some of my FP back, because I don't think he's gonna give me quite 4. He'll probably break the shield, but that's fine, because even if it gets broken, you don't take damage on the turn that it gets broken. There we go. But yeah, that's what I meant. It's just like every resource I used, I got them all back. Like all my stats are full. Star power, health, flower points, all of it's full. And I think I like that build more than the ones that I've used in builds of old. Of just whatever you lose, you can make it back. Probably before the fight ends, and even without, there's a pretty good chance you can get it from the items they'll drop. I'd say the only real downside to a build like that is it takes a lot of time to get that build set up. Like, chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're probably not going to have that build ready. So it's more of an endgame build. But it works perfect for something like this. And I'm already full. Don't need that. Bye, mushroom. It will be missed. Good thing I guesstimated how much damage Koops was going to do there. Because in my brain I was like, he might only do 4 and that would be a problem, but nope. I can get out of that fight with a clear conscience that I didn't make a really dumb mistake. Other than missing my first strike. This is what I meant from earlier reference, too, of they would survive with 1 health. Double poison mushrooms in the corner, huh? No thanks, we'll just end the fight before that can happen. I'd rather not take half health, half FP... What is it? All audience gone and all star power gone, I think is what it is. That's such a nasty penalty for something that is just like a roulette that is very viable that you're not able to control it if you're not good with that type of roulette thing. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Don't really need that Mr. Softener. That's just a defense decrease on enemies. I think we saw those in Petalburg's shop and never actually used one. As there was no reason to. I don't think fire worked on this, but I'm curious to see how this will do. Oh, it did do some damage. Okay, that's not bad then. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this again. He might drop 3 flowers, sure, but probably won't give me the 3 flowers and then also health. There we go, that's everything back. Well, it's good to know that that's not totally... Because it says on the Buzzy Beetle bio that fire and explosion doesn't work. And I'm like, well, that is a fire-based attack, but it looks like it just means the fire effect. It still has defense and it won't take the fire damage, but it will take the remainder of that damage at least. So that's good. I'll take that. In theory, I should have thought about refreshing that curse, because I'm not sure how much is left on it, but... no big deal. I'm pretty sure I refreshed it in either chapter 6 or 7, so and it hasn't come up too many times since then, so I think it'll be okay. Plus, while the curse is nice, if you're banking on that to win fights, then you've probably already lost. This looks like a good group to power shell here. Very nice. Give me all that delicious money. I say delicious because they're chocolate coins. Oh yeah, life shroom. Well, that means he's going to come back, so... let's just prevent that from happening. Because that just looks like a mess I don't want to deal with. On that literal first button of that first prompt, I almost hit B instead of A. I almost screwed it up immediately. Yep, now you get to come back to life. Cheerfully. We might actually have somebody that can get him. There we go. And just like that, we're back to where we were, level 50. I'd like to get Gimbella out in the front. Because I know that's a badge bandit. We haven't run into those yet, because I think they're only down here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the ghost. Bye, Mr. Ghost. That's a badge bandit. He's a bandit who'll go after your badges. That jerk. Max HP is 12, attacks 5, defense is 0. He has a high attack power and HP. He sometimes steals a badge when he tackles you, so use your guard carefully. And if he gets one, keep your cool, okay? If he runs from the battle, you can always find him and re-engage him. Or he could get nothing out of you. That also could happen as well, I suppose. If I get another level, using danger strats, like having the chance to dodge whenever I'm at danger might not be a bad idea either. Just start stacking those to increase evasion a little bit more. Or increase damage, depending on which one I use. I did say I was going to start running into this issue of a lot of airborne enemies. Yeah, I think I know what I can do here. Let's do this. I probably should have checked for the ID I was going to use, because I don't remember if that move takes... With the Flower Saber on, I don't remember if it takes 3 or 2 FP to use. I think it actually was 2, but no big deal. It was 2. Oh well. Little purple ghost. Hello, friend. I don't remember if this guy had any defense. I don't think he did. I think it said 0 defense. Yep. The purple round. And here's the red round. Squish. This one might prove to be a bit more of a problem, as I do know they have defense, but I think we can still do enough damage. Well, maybe not. Oh, I don't have that with me. Alright, well, if that's the case... I know it only kills one of them, but I'd rather get that one out of here. Oh, you're just gonna float up there? Okay. You can hang out up there. In the meantime... I'll get my flower points back. So you can just hang out up there and... do whatever it is ghosts do. Nice. Yeah, so he has 4 of those chain chomps, I'll try to remember that. Another badge bandit. Oh, lots of badge bandits. I can imagine we're getting decently close to 60 here. Oh, now you're going to give me a mover. Watch. It's going to be... Oh, 57. Okay. We'll go down 2 levels then. Ah! I thought he didn't have quite as much range as he did. Well... I'm very tempted to go against my better judgment. So I'm going to go against my better judgment. And probably screw myself as a result. I think that's high enough. I don't think defense counts on these. We'll find out. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's just straight damage. Cool. And that brings us to floor 60. And I hate to disappoint you, but most of the rewards from here on out kind of suck. Starting with one of the better ones, thankfully. Double dip during battle. Use 2 items in 1 turn. Requires 3 badge points. You have to do this for 4 FP as well. There is an FP cost to this. I don't remember this enemy, actually, like, at all. A Dark Lakitu? Pray tell, what is this abomination? I was joking about the name, but nope, that's what it's called. Okay. The Dark Lakitu rides a rain cloud. Max HP is 13, attack is 5, and defense is 0. It attacks by throwing pipes at you? What? If it's holding a pipe when you jump on it, you'll get hurt. Sometimes the pipes it turns into sky blue spinies. Whoa! If you only attack the spinies, you'll never win, so go after the Dark Lakitu. Well, thankfully the spin jump does just enough damage. We do have a spike shield, so we can just jump through that. Also, that is not sky blue at all. That's, like, closer to navy or even royal blue than it is sky blue. It appeared from a pipe thrown by a Dark Lakitu. Max HP is 6, attack is 6, and defense is 4. It'll totally charge at you. Sometimes it balls up to defend and store energy for an attack. If you can, beat it in any buddies it may have the special attack. A special attack, you say? I concur. I had to be careful on that penultimate one there. The Spiny survived it. I don't think there's anything we can do to it right now, so... I assume this will flip over. Yep, there we go, perfect. Oh, you're just gonna throw things at me, huh? That's rude. believe he's new. The Frost Piranhas we've seen, though. Just a good old-fashioned Dry Bones. Dry Bones, a former Koopa whose spirit animates its bones. Eek, that's so freaky. That's so Raven. Max HP is 8, attacks 5, defenses 2. When its HP goes down to 0, it collapses into a pile, but eventually rise again. Fire and explosions will put a permanent into it getting back up, though. Dry Bones will sometimes build friends if it feels it's outnumbered. If you don't take them all out together, they'll just keep coming back. Let's wipe them out all at once and quick. These things totally freak me out. What do we got? I'm gonna go for Clock Out. Go for Clock Out. Why not? Nice. Oops, that's not what I wanted to jump on. I forgot the targeting cursor still stays there, which is a bit stupid. There we go, much better. And I'll take that since I got the space for it, and it's not a terrible item. I don't think we fought these yet. Oh, 2 stopwatches? Really? Alright, I see how it is. Can already tell you what's gonna have to happen here. That's a dark Weezard. Weezard. It's like a lizard, except a Weezard. It's part machine, part organic, centuries old thing. Max HP is 10, attacks 5, defenses 2. It uses magic to attack and to alter your condition, so stay on guard. If there's only one left, it'll multiply itself to try and confuse you. I know they look totally goofy, but they're actually pretty tough enemies. Tough my ass. Let's see how they handle Supernova. Normally I would have taken those on, but 2 stopwatches, like, seriously? That's not cool, man. I've no need for that. Two freaking stopwatches. Could have at least dropped one of them, but nope, that would have been too much, I guess. Yeah, we fought this guy before already. So I'm pretty sure his HP should come up here. Yep. Thanks, but I have a feeling he's probably not going to attack this turn. He's probably just going to throw some spinies down. Oh, he did attack. Wow. Alright. I see you. At least they're not just dropping one star point over and over anymore. What to do here? I think we'll go with... There we go. Well, she doesn't have spike shield, so I need to switch here. Slowly but surely getting that star power back from having to use Supernova. Throwing your bones at me, boy. What do you think you're doing? Oh, don't send in the stupid freaking fog, man. I hate this crap. As we all know, fog can make, fog can make an earthquake miss somehow. That seems reasonable. Oh, Red, I can't target that because he's in the front of the line. Those turds out of here. Oops, I put that on the wrong person. Oh well, it was just 1 HP. No big deal. Level 68. Yeah, see, they're not too bad by themselves, which is why I would have attempted to take them on. Oops, that is not what I meant to do, but here we are now. Alright. I don't know how immune these things are to being hit by stuff like Clock Out, so I'm not gonna risk it. Because I don't want that guy to use the boost sheet, and that will inevitably cause a problem if he does. There we go. One more for good measure. I can be a little bit more liberal with star power now because we're decently close to a level. Alright, what's on the naughty floor? Ice Piranha? Yeah, that checks. Alright, floor 70. Floor 70 gives us Double Dip Partner. During battle, let your ally use 2 items per turn. It's the exact same thing. It is still 4 FP. It still requires 3 PP. It's just having it on your ally rather than yourself. Like I said, the rewards are kind of poop. Getting the double item hold is definitely the best thing down here. And we don't have tattles on any of these, so that's probably going to result in me using Showstopper, but let's start with, I guess, the Chain Chomp. That's a Chain Chomp. I hate to get chomped by those teeth. They look nasty. Max HP is 7, attack 6, defense is 5. Its body is hard, so most attacks won't do much. Plus, you can't damage it with fire and ice attacks. You can freeze it, though. Luckily, it has low HP, so you can take it down with a special move or an item. Chomp Chomps are like so... I think they mean Chain Chomps there. Chomp Chomps are like so super pumped all the time. Don't they ever get tired? Almost wondered if that means it was supposed to be called something else at some point in development. Just for him now. Enough to get him. I assume between that and the first strike, yeah, that would have been enough. What to do here? I think the best thing to do is give myself 2 turns here. Yeah. Ow. I'm aware that Koopa Troll has a very high chance to attack even while he's stunned like that, but the Chain Chomps are gone at least. Oh no, he actually can't move. Okay, perfect. Yeah, if he can't move, like actually can't move, I need to take advantage of that while it's happening. Which I guess didn't matter in the long run now that I think about it, because even without that curse, I'm pretty sure that's 9 star points, so... It was a smart, albeit useless strategy. Alright, let's take a look at some options here. I'm starting to think Heart Finder. I forgot I picked that up, but yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, I could put on, like, stuff like Last Stand Partner, but, like, I have Last Stand on. Yeah, I'm not big on any of these other ones, so I think I'm going to go with Heart Finder. Try to get them to drop a little bit more health. Because especially if they drop it in the field like that and you pick it up, it's a point of health for you and your ally both. Unlike using an ally, or using an item where it's only on yourself or only on your ally most of the time. We got another freaking stopwatch. My gosh. How much health does this thing have? That's a wizard. Yeah, already got that part. Max HP is 10, attack 6, defense is 3. Use magic to attack, heal, and alter your condition. Its defense is high, but we can totally take this thing. Yep, sure can. With the power of art. Every time I see the little drawing section for, like, the actual circles being drawn, it reminds me of those pencils that, like, write in a rainbow color where, like, the actual lead in them is all different colors. Maybe he'll drop that stopwatch. That'd be nice. Hey, there we go. I will get rid of the Fire Flower, because, to be quite honest, 3 damage to all enemies is not enough to justify using it anymore. Oh, hey, a shooting star. This is an interesting position to be in here. I think it might be time to pull out a booze sheet. It's a Swiftula, an airborne, blood-sucking, bat-like thing. Max HP is 9, attacks 4, defense is 0. As if losing HP wasn't bad enough, this little creep adds yours to its own. How totally gross. Don't let it bite me, Mario. I'll be sure to avoid that. And then she gets got immediately. That's the bat taken care of. No, I hit it too late. I knew I did too. Strike all ground enemies, piercing their defenses. I kind of want to see how much damage that does, but at the same time, I could also just have 2 power shells as they take a poop, and that guy does whatever he was doing. Yeah, I'm gonna be smart about this and try to get him out. No, couldn't do it. Oh well. Forgot you had to do an action command for that. Nice, that did do enough. Cool. No, don't hit that. Come on. Not perfect, but pretty good. They're definitely starting to get more difficult now. We're doing okay health and FP-wise, though. FP's full. I should show it right there, but I guess not. FP's full, HP is mostly full, star gauge is a little over half. So that's your limit to being able to get me. Well, that's a lot of them. Oh, Power Punch, nice. Oh, what to do here? I think we'll stick with what we got. Get a first strike on him, which should get rid of him completely. Nope, because he's got crazy defense. Okay. And they've got another stopwatch. Perfect. That's exactly what I didn't want. I made the right call by doing a spin jump there. Couldn't remember if I did that or not. He's taking a poop. I'm trying to get my FP and a little bit of health for Koops. I got free reign here. That'll work. Alright, cool. Almost full star power. Stopwatch. Grab all that first. I would be more likely to use a stopwatch than I would a power punch. I would probably be using the attack and defense buffs before I was using a power punch. So I'm going to not keep the power punch. That also tells me I should probably start using items a little bit more. And stop being so worried about it. I just want to see how well this does for damage in this particular scenario. I know we've done it once, but let's try it. That's not horrible. A line jump should get rid of 2 of them, but I can't do a line jump. I know that's not what it's called. Ow! Rude. No, I'm gonna go with what my head's telling me to do, which is make sure that guy can't attack. There we go. We're in a good spot now. Nope, I knew whenever I did it, that was a bad idea. Trying to get greedy on getting that flower that was just beneath it. Yeah, this replenishing strat is really good. Holy cow. I should have done this whenever I first played the game. Even when I'm not in a great spot, by the time I am like a battle or two later, I'm back to being in an okay spot again. Phantom Ember. That's Phantom Ember. It's Phantom Ember. It's an angry spirit born of hatred and confusion. So, I'm not too cool with this thing, blah 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 blah. Max speed is 10, attacks 5, defense is 0. If it attacks you with spirit flames, you'll catch on fire. Let's send this ghoul back to the grave, okay? Why you gotta be scared of ghosts? They just want to be your friends. Speaking of friends, let's see how the stopwatch does. Watch it do absolutely nothing. I got 2 of them. Alright, well, it could have been worse. Defense is boosted. Good job. We're proud of you. line jump. Try to get some of her health back here. And there we go, no problem. I'll go figure when I don't actually, like, try to time it, then I get it no problem. Alright. Hey, a mover. Long time no see. Go figure. You're also on a level that is completely useless. Maybe show up on floor 81 and make sure that you're actually useful. Alright, floor 80. Reward is bump attack. Bump into weak foes to defeat them without battling. By weak foes, it just means foes that do not give star points anymore. Fittingly enough, it doesn't work in the Pit of 100 Trials, and it's also 5 BP to use. What a load of poop. Of course, even if it did, by this point, nothing is giving 0 star points, so, like, really, it wouldn't matter either way. Sure, why not? Brain's telling me not to do it, and then I'll screw it up. Because the moment I'm starting to think about it, I'm going to mess myself up on using that Earth Tremor. And then I won't kill them, and it'll be just... it will not be good for anybody involved. She's missing 6. She's missing 6. I'm more likely to use Gimbella. Sorry, Vivian. But there's going to be stuff down here I haven't tattled. Like that, for example. I don't think I've tattled that. And it did survive that. That's a Dark Bristle. It's an ancient creature made of rock. Max HP is 8, attack is 8, defense is 4. You can't jump on it because of its spikes. Well, I can. And you can't approach due to its spears. And its defense is high. You better take it out with special attacks or items. You know what? Sure, because I have a feeling this should be enough to get us to a level. So we'll get all this back. Barely, but yes. Does that give all party members level, or just the one that was in the front? Just the one that was in the front, alright. Alright, about the badge points. I do have another Power Plus I could stick on myself if I sacrifice 3. The problem is I don't think there's anything I really want to give up. So I'm thinking maybe the pretty luckies or the damage dodges. I can't see myself using the double dip, honestly. These are pretty lucky partner badges, though, and damage dodge partner badges. Because I'm going to be the one that's usually in more trouble because of my low health. And all these are attack ones, so I don't have a lot of, like... There's nothing that really helps me defensively is the problem here. I could have sworn I saw something a second ago that I wanted to put on, but maybe not. Head rattle's probably like a confusion, yeah. This lets you throw a hammer, but it's not a strong attack. Put on the Happy Heart partner, maybe. Yeah, let's go with Happy Heart partner, and... See, that would be nice if it didn't drop the ally's attack, but that's why it's probably only 1, so... I didn't want to put on any of the peril badges because that kind of defeats the purpose of having the Happy Heart badge. Okay, so they have more than 13 health. A Rantula. That's an Arantula. It's a spider-like creature that lives deep underground. Max HP is 16, attack is 7, and defense is 0. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It'll spit web wads at you. Sometimes it even attacks several times in a row. The coloring freaks me out. I'm kind of scared of spiders, so let's do this quickly. No one want piters. No piters allowed. That was probably a bad idea. I immediately regretted that after hitting the button. Oh, it did freeze them all. Okay, cool. I had the feeling it was not going to freeze any of them for some reason, but it did, so that's good. For the time being, we'll just kind of do this methodically. Yeah, that was a pretty good use of a stopwatch. Not bad. And doubled star points, too. Even better. I know slowly getting her HP back up to full is probably not going to matter in the slightest, but on the off chance that it does. Hi. What you doing there, bud? That still counted, but he actually was really smart. He waited for me to make a move, and I stupidly did. That's a Piranha Plant. In fact, I think this is the strongest type of them all. Max HP is 15, attack is 9. Good lord. And defense is 0. Its attack power is absurdly high. It may look like a normal Piranha Plant, but don't be fooled. It's super tough. If we get beaten by a flower, we'll never hear the end of it. Know what I mean? Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I'm gonna regret doing that. And somehow I did not. Ah. Now, what might not have mattered based on this setup? That is not favorable. Looks like I chose correctly. Can't remember if they would attack one or both. But it looks like only one, so... Nope, I messed it up. Two. That's a spite pouch. I probably won't use it, but I'll hold on to it, sure. There we go. I will get him eventually. Okay, how shall we do this? They're gonna drop 5 each. That'll put us at 92. I don't remember what the spiders drop, but I feel like we could get enough between them to justify using Supernova to kill them all. I think it's gonna be enough to get to another level. Hopefully. Last time I was decently confident and I barely got the star points I needed. See, that was only 9, so that puts us at 91, so I need to have more damage. This is going to be a bad idea, because you know it's going to hit the same one 4 times. You know that's what's going to happen. Almost assuredly. I hate it when I'm right. I really hate it when I'm right. Don't put the fog in here. Good lord, man. Like, at this point, I might as well just appeal. Like, why bother trying to attack if the fog is going to be here being a dick? I mean, I'm going to get the level anyway, right? That's 10, 13. No, I'm not going to get the level. So, yeah, I might as well just appeal. Because that fog's not going to let me hit anything. See, look, he didn't even hit anything either. He got 3 chances and he missed them all. Oh, maybe I got enough. Yeah, I think just barely. Yep, I got exactly what I needed. That is almost assuredly, unless I get, like, double star points in some really favorable scenarios, that's almost assuredly the last level I'm going to get down here. I don't think I'm going to get any more. We just got a level, so nobody's going to be needing that. 86. Another one of these, huh? Well, they're all down there, so this would be a good chance to do a multi-hit. What to do? Surprised to let me get that last hit in right there. Well, I might be able to get one more level. It's going to be decently close. If I get like 10 per level, though, I'll get something around like late 90s. So maybe I'll get one more level. It's always nice where you can have one with a normal fight where you don't have to spam anything, so you can start getting your resources back. Yep, that's full health, full FP, near full star power. Missing about a gauge and a half. But that's not bad. Hello. Haha! Not gonna fool me this time with that trick, Mr. Piranha Plant. Ouch. Alright, star gauge is back to full. I'm missing 3 HP, but otherwise we're okay. And here we are at floor 90. With Lucky Day, when Mario's attacked, caused enemies to miss more often. Obviously more frequently than the Pretty Lucky badge that we have been using, but it requires 7 BP to use. So, make of that what you will. No reason not to. And as this is the last floor and we're almost at full money, here are the prices we can get for things. As you can tell, he does not bring a lot with him. Let's see what else we've got here. So we're good on health. We got 3 damage, 4 status, 3 boost sheet, and the stopwatch. Alright, I think that'll do. Alright, last 10 floors. That looks like a McDonald's Happy Meal toy. With all the weird colors on it. That's got a bit of defense. I think I'll be using the art attack, but first, in case it shows up again, because there's a good chance that it will. That's an Elite Wizard! It's the top of the heap for half-machine organisms. Max HP is 12, attack is 8, and defense is 5. Oh, that's why I couldn't damage it. You can probably guess this, but it uses various magic moves in battles, and if it's all alone, it will create illusions of itself. It has no real weakness, so just use whatever you got to beat it. Well, alright, I'll give you whatever I got then. Will that be enough to get that bat? No! But luckily, surprisingly luckily, it actually wasted a turn healing, so... Let's take a look here. That's a Swampire. It's the feared Hellsucker. It's a feared Hellsucker that hides in the darkness. Words are hard. Max HP is 20, attack is 6, and defense is 0. It sucks health from its prey to add to its own HP. And that totally grosses me out like you wouldn't believe. If you let it feast on you, its HP will get really high. Focus your attacks on it. And it still is 15 because it just got 10 back. This probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, well, maybe with the attack buff it might. Provided I don't screw it up like an idiot, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, here we go. Didn't realize it was going to up it by that much. Jeez. Well, the bat wasn't too much of a problem by itself, but yeah, the wizards were kind of a pain in the butt. I'd prefer to not have those again. Oops, that's not the right button. Dude! Jeez, man. I don't feel like this is going to work on that Crazy Daisy, or Amazy Daisy, rather, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, it did. It didn't work on the bat, but that's not the end of the world. I don't want that rock. Get that out of here. What do I look like, Charlie Brown? Nice. Even with it frozen, that Amazy Daisy is still the biggest threat. Because it can do insane damage. Perfect. Exactly what I needed on damage. Might as well, since they're both frozen still. That's a poison puff, basically just a puff of poisonous air. Max HP is 15, attacks 8, defense is 0. Its poison gas attack is 10. These things charge you, but they also save up toxins and poison you with them, scum. Plus you can't touch them when they're saving up toxins or you get hurt. Lame. And that's definitely enough for a level, thanks to that Amazy Daisy. If only I'd gotten the experience doubler then, but you know what? No need to be greedy about it. Well, that said, now that I put on those badges I didn't care about too much, the Heart Finder was nice. The Happy Heart doesn't seem to be doing enough for me to justify using it. So, now that I said Lucky Day is kind of useless, I'm actually kind of tempted by it. I kind of want the Defend and Power Plus. But I don't think I can sacrifice anything else to make that worthwhile. Anything I can get for 3, Zap Tap, maybe? Eh. If this attacked all enemies, not just ground enemies, I'd do that, but... Alright. Giant Purple Bomb. These are pretty slow, so I can check and see what floor this is. 93. Alright. Let's see what you got. You Another Amazing Daisy, apparently with a shooting star on top of that. Alright. That's a thing. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I cannot hit the right buttons to save my life. I'll probably get that front one. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to do it. I know that Amazing Daisy is going to give me a lot of experience points, like at least 40. Plus with the other enemies, that's going to bump it up to probably 50 if I had to guess. So yeah, I want to do it. Plus, you really don't want that Amazing Daisy to get off an attack. Like, the nicest thing he could do, honestly, is hit me with that shooting star. That would be the nice thing that he could do. Because that would only do 6 damage to both of us. It sucks not having the star power, but we can make do. That's a lot of bats. Keep hitting the wrong buttons here. Well, that's a weird timing to do. I do have the life shroom, so it's not the end of the world if they go after me. I'm impressed I blocked that both times, somehow. I think I'm just gonna play this one... Well, now that I said that... Yeah, I probably should play it straight, and if I have to lose a life shroom, no big deal. I should focus on keeping my, or getting my star gauge back up, since I'm not gonna be getting that level this turn, I don't think. Or this, after this battle, rather. If I am, great. If not, then no big deal, because I need to be playing more careful. And it looks like they actually didn't get me somehow. And let's see, 24. No, I actually am going to get the level off of this. Well, I didn't have to use up any items, so it worked. So much for me thinking I was only going to get one more level, then I ended up getting 3. Mario became a superstar. Next battle, Mario's crowd and stage get even bigger. Fingers crossed they'll remove the fog machine. But they won't, tragically. It'd be kind of cool if you could, like, customize it, but nope. What was the other thing I put on just then? Pretty lucky partner, I think. That'll give me a power plus. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get the power plus for myself. Especially if I'm fighting this thing. Oh, I forgot how cool this stage looked. Sure, I can't use it, but I'll take it. Thanks. I only did 5, so that's not going to do enough. Let's see how much this will do. Not as much as I hoped. I guess I do have the Pierce attack with her, but for now we'll just get rid of this one. Oh, dodgy. Okay. Okay, that takes care of your little friend. I say that's really all I can do, but hello, I can swap partners. I don't have to do that. Hold and release A to fill the gauge. Yeah, you know what? Let's give it a try. Look at all of them as mouses. Oh, it didn't work. Now you're just gonna do the little clones thing. I do need to use Mario first. No, not special items. Yeah, let's get rid of the defense since this pierces. Oh, he's still got dodgy on, because of course he does. Now he's just going to send in more clones. Well, your dodgy is now gone, so let's just do the exact same thing and get a different result. Even though it's not the exact same thing. But he will be taking damage, whether he likes it or not. I'm trying to think what would be the best way to just get them out right now. Like, I could just do that same thing again, I guess. Ah, of course, and here come all the flowers. Alright, cool, we're at 5. That's really all we needed. I don't think we had any damage on us yet, but now we definitely won't. Man, that is one annoying attack. $96. Nah, I can't justify doing that. If I had literally 0 FP, I could probably justify doing it, but in this particular instance, I can't. He's gonna go lower to the ground, so that's good. I know it's stupid, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Might as well tattle him. Bulk. That's a Bulk. That's easily the biggest bomb I've ever seen. Max HP is 10, attack is 4, defense is 2. It won't attack, but once its fuse is lit, it'll explode after a while. So the problem is how to beat it before it goes off. I mean, its bomb attack has a power of 16. That's no joke. Seriously, watch out for that. Just go all out to beat it, pull out all the stops. Or you could just set it off early with fire or explosions. Your call. You could, in fact, just kamikaze. Oh, now you give me the defense boost. Thanks. Little late for that, Chief. He's gonna take a poop. Alright. Perfect. Get my flower points back. Alright, now what to do about the two of these? We're still invisible, so we could probably just naturally beat them. As for you, I should have attacked with Mario first. I could have switched into Crest and attacked him and made him mini. But I didn't think about that, because I'm stupid. Man, that still did 10 damage with me guarding. Well, there goes my first live stream, but I still have 4, so it's not that big a deal. I think we can get him this turn. There we go. Thank you, Petals. That makes me feel a little bit better. That's the first mistake that has cost me a life shroom, at least, and it didn't happen until floor 96, so... I could be doing worse. You are correct. I could be doing a lot worse. Okay, well, now I'm at full. Goombella's a little low, but that's not too big of a deal. If she gets low, we can just switch her out. Oh no, another Crazy Daisy or Amazing. I always get those two confused. I can never remember which is which. Well, I'm gonna have to try and get him again. Amazing Daisy. My brain keeps thinking Crazy Daisy is the one that's the gold sparkling one, but nope. This is like the 4th one of these we've run into. Alright. Okay, that should be enough, combined with Art Attack, to be able to get him. We might get one more level yet. Oh, yeah, we definitely are. 94. I way miscounted that. Yeah, a little while ago, I was like, oh, we're probably just going to get, like, one more level. And since then, we've gotten 3, and we're about to get a 4th. $98. All right. since I'm probably going to be using her in this fight. Based on the fact I'm seeing some aerial enemies. Froning this one and not, or froning the first one. You know what? I will actually say there are some instances that Paper Mario 1 is better than Mario 2, than Paper Mario 2. There's actually some stuff I genuinely like more in the first game than this game. I think they're both really solid. This one is better, but like, Paper Mario 1 is nothing to sneeze at. Like, I would say this if this game's an A+, that one's like an A. It's just hard to make it look better compared to an Air Plus, or an A+, rather. Speaking of air, we should probably start jumping on these things. The upside is we can kind of just do whatever here, because we're going to get our star points back, like the pig lottery. Just keep swinging around at these. Yeah, I think the music in 1 is like, there's in some spots in particular, it's nothing short of beautiful and actually better than this game at times. As a whole, I like the areas more. I think between the two games, the worst one for me is the Boggly Woods. But that said, they definitely did, like, most of the issues I had with the first game, namely not being able to use your action commands until you get the little item for it. Small stuff like that, the quality of life stuff was definitely fixed in this game. And again, we're stuck in a similar position of what am I going to do with these points here. I could drop 2 points and get a Defend Plus partner. I don't feel like Feeling Fine's going to matter anymore, but maybe it will. I think I'm going to do that. And oddly enough, I think I'm going to drop Quake Hammer. I haven't been using it that much because most stuff's been aerial anyway. And due to things having defense, most of the time I've just not been using it. So yeah, Defend Plus. That was 98, correct? Alright. I'm probably going to be playing very, very, very conservative with, like, I'm probably just going to do basic attacks, unfortunately. An Ultra Shroom, jeez, man. No kill like overkill. No, multi-bounce. Well, thanks for the flower. I'm in an interesting situation here. I'm gonna try something dumb, and it's probably not gonna work, but we'll see what happens. I know it's not gonna do anything to him, but will it get the other guy out? Because I don't think he had any defense. No, it won't. But that might still... well... The shooting star will do 6, and it will take 2 of them out. Yeah. Maybe he'll be dumb and he'll use the Ultra Shroom, which would actually be kind of a waste. And if he does use it and I don't get it, like, no big deal. I don't have 50 health. What am I gonna do with it? Like, he basically just wasted his turn is what he did. I don't know if there really was a good decision in that particular instance. I don't know if I can get him. I don't think I could have gotten him out in one turn. Even with power bounce, like, because it starts doing less and less damage, eventually it just wouldn't do anything to him. So I don't think I could have gotten him out. So... I think I have an idea. Sure, I'll take that too. I think I calculated this correctly. I should be able to beat him next turn, even if he does the clones. Nope, no, don't want to do that. Because... this will do 8. And I just did 2 with my jump. Yep, exactly enough. Nice. Ooh, now do I want to get that FP back before the final floor? That can actually give me some health back, so I think I'm going to go with just maple syrup. But yeah, I think I do want it back. Because, for anybody that has not seen Floor 100, we're about to be in for a fight here. Because, ladies and gentlemen... that looks to me like a boss room. Hello, friend. I think this is one of the few times you see that, like, text box with the purple looking like that, too. Aroo! It's a wolf. Except not. He's not a freak, he's adorable. Could you imagine having, like, one of those giant statuettes of this thing? Oh, that'd be awesome. This is Bonetail. That's Bonetail. He's the oldest brother of Hooktail. So old that he's just bones, in fact. Wow, now that's old. His body's max HP is 200, his attack is 8, and his defense is 2. He has various breaths that might confuse us or put us to sleep. When his HP gets low, he'll recover, or reanimate as the case may be. He's probably stronger than the last boss. Seriously, let's do this right. Indeed we shall. Let's start with... make sure I hit the right one. That was more so about the defense than the offense anyway, so it wasn't terrible. Ow. I think for now I'm just going to intentionally take the life shroom penalties. Get up, Mario. What you doing, lazy boy? Sleeping on the job? Yeah, plus if I end up in a bad spot, I can use the boost sheet as well. Since when Mario died, he lost that buff that I gave him, but Goombella didn't die, so she still got it. Ow. Quite rude, I agree, Mario. We do have 2 Shine Sprites, so if I can time that correctly, it might go pretty well. I have no idea if this will work or not, but you know what? Let's give it a try. This is the only chance I'm ever going to get to use it. Direct attacks will be countered. Ah, missed it. Barely. Nice, I got lucky. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do... Well, what do I have for items? Okay, that's all I got left. That's alright, though. Yeah, I should go with what my gut's telling me. Ow. Why would you bite me like that? That's quite rude. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try stalling for a turn, provided he doesn't use a breath attack, which he might. No, that was actually about the best thing he could have done. Oops, that's not what I want. I want that. Could we maybe get some arrows appearing here? Thanks. There we go. Man, like, barely anything showed up on that one. FP is full. Did that dizzy or poison? It looked like a poison attack, but maybe it wasn't. I was confused. Okay. Let me take a look at items here. Still got 2 more of those. Yeah, it's not bad considering he had no buffs on just then. That was just raw damage. I think I'm going to start using the boo sheet. I did not mean to use that on Koops, but, well, here we are. Yeah, he realized that I goofed. I paid the price for that one big time. So I'm going to have to use up another life shroom there because he's frozen, so he's not getting a move, not getting an attack. Or that could happen too. How much star power am I getting? What is happening? Look how much star power that gives right here. Watch this. That's insane. That filled the gauge. Is it supposed to be doing that? I don't think it's supposed to be doing that. See, the problem is I want the buff on first, but I also don't want Mario on the front either. So I'm at this weird impasse. There we go. If I could get like 5 between those two stats, I would be okay with that. Alright, now let's actually use the item on the correct person this time. There we go. If I had been smart and paid attention to that, I would have probably left Coops out if I thought I could have timed it, but that's alright. From here... We've got the damage up. We've got the extra damage up. We've got all the damage. This is right here. This is where the turntables, right here. Aru! Oh, you made him mad. Well, to be fair, you did jump on him pretty hard, so I guess that's to be expected. No, not tactics. Items. These don't really do me any good. Because those are a target all enemies type of thing. My best bet is to look through my party members to find something, even if it costs FP, if I can use it, that would do the most amount of damage. Yeah, because he's still got the buff on. And then we basically sweet feast ourselves to keep ourselves alive. I'm sorry, did that only do 3 damage? That's crazy. Three and 2, alright. Aru. I agree. There we go, that's game. Thud. But now we get to take him back home and put him on a little stand. Blip. And the final reward. But first and foremost, does Gimbella say anything about this? This is the lowest floor in the Pit of 100 Trials. A zombified dragon named Bonetail used to protect this room. Yuck. Mario, I bet you're the first person to make it this far. I totally knew you'd do it. Now let's get out of this creepy place and back to the world above, okay? Yeah, but I want to take him home with me. He could live on my Stardew Valley farm. Alright, our final reward is return postage. Makes direct attackers take half the damage they do. Requires 7 BP. That is it. Like, that's your reward. Also, these are the area titles here that I've got on my list. In order, this is the Pit of 100 Trials. That pipe just seems to lead down forever. Still, the air seems kind of fresh here. I guess it's flowing down from above, huh? This is the Pit of 100 Trials, but I don't see any enemies in this room. At least there's a pipe to take us back to the entrance if you want to bail. Then again, we'd have to fight our way back down to this level again. Better to think it through before we do anything nasty or hasty, you know what I mean? This is an intermediate floor on the Pit of 100 Trials. These appear every 10 floors. At least there's a pipe to take us back to the entrance if you want to bail. Then again, we'd have to fight our way back down to level again. Better to think it through before we do anything hasty. This is the Pit of 100 Trials. We just gotta keep on fighting and descending. But this endless repetition of rooms is totally starting to weird me out, you know? I guess we gotta soldier on, though. This is the Pit of 100 Trials. We've come pretty far, it looks like. The air's getting super dank. Who knows how deep it goes, but let's keep going as long as we can. And then the one that I just showed off. Those are all of the different titles. It was nice to see you, Mr. Bonetail. It was very nice to meet you. We'll actually run into another dragon-like thing whenever we go to the final area, but that is it for Pit of 100 Trials. Got on the first attempt, though it was a little touch and go at points. I'm glad that I decided to swap out my super shrooms for life shrooms, because that would have definitely killed me otherwise. Because I swapped out 2 super shrooms for 2 life shrooms, and I have 1 left, so I would have either died or would have had to rethink that strategy. But for anybody thinking I might have been, like, overdoing it a little bit on how much I was taking with me, that you don't need that much, maybe you do. Alright, let's go give Mario a well-earned rest. This man has more than earned a nap. Oh, well, thank you, Petals. I appreciate it. I'm glad it went as smooth as it did, all things considered. I remember it taking me a couple of attempts when last I either did the Let's Play or streamed it. I think when I streamed it, we didn't do the Pit of 100 Trials, but in the Let's Play, I did do it, and I think it took me 3 attempts to do it, to get it all the way through from 0 to 100. So, the fact it only took 1 was a nice change of pace. While we're here, I meant to grab these earlier. You found a scrap of paper in the garbage can with info about many X-Yucks. If ever, for anybody that has not played before, if ever there's a tattle that you cannot get after beating something, like there's only one of it, like a boss, you can find the tattle in the trash can over there. So it is possible to tattle everything. You can't possibly miss it. What does the catalog look like? 114 out of 124. So we've almost got them all. And bear in mind, we haven't gone to the final area of the game, so I'm willing to bet at least one of them is in there. How are we doing on coins? 691. That's not bad. Anything for badges? And then we'll let Mario go take a little nap. Already got Ice Smash. Pretty sure I got all those. guess the inn is upstairs. Welcome to the lone refuge in this port of filthiness. Our beds will soothe your soul. It only costs 5 coins to spend a night. Would you care for a bed? This is actually the first time I've used this specific one, so sure. Enjoy that sleep, Mario. You earned it and then some. Did you sleep well? Now that you're ready to get out there, now you're ready to get there and face the world. See you again soon. All the star points back, all the health, all the flower points. Also, Petals, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your little dancing Bowser over there. I'm sure he's quite happy. Alright, what do we have to withdraw now that my inventory has been very cleaned out? This is what I've got. I think for the final area, I'll probably kind of go and get similar to what I had, honestly. Well, yeah, it's Bowser. Everybody loves Bowser. That's why he's so great. We even have this as well. Everybody loves Bowser. He's great. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna basically do what I did. I'm gonna grab some Thunder Rages and... Man, the wind is really blowing out there. I think I'm gonna grab some Thunder Rages and Power Swaps to get a couple shooting stars. Nope, I don't want that. What do you have that's not that dried shroom? No, nothing I want. So yeah, I'll grab some life shrooms, grab some Thunder Rages and point swaps to get all that stuff back. And then I'll probably grab some, like, simple FP stuff. The nice thing about having only 5 FP is a honey syrup is a full heal to your flower points. You don't need a maple syrup or a jam and jelly or anything like that. Just the honey syrup will do. I gotta say I'm impressed with how well I timed how long that was gonna take, because in my head I was like, I know the Pit of 100 Trials is pretty rough, and I know especially towards the end, like, I'll probably be stopping and thinking about strategy more than the other floors where I can just rush right through them no problem. But I was still thinking, like, maybe it's not gonna take as long as I think it is. Maybe it's only gonna be like 2 hours and no big deal, and now it's been 3.5 hours, so I'm glad I called that correctly. Alright, so I'm gonna buy... Do I want 3 or 4? I think 3 will be plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He just gave me a Thunder Rage, so that's good to know. So I need 2 more Thunder Rages, right? Yep, 3 Repel Capes, 3 point swaps, and then I have another 4 here, and I have 2 there. So I need 2 Thunder Rages, and then whatever else I want to throw in there. Yeah, I feel like that's plenty. Yep, we do appreciate our Bowser around here. He's adorable and he should get all the love and respect that he wants. In fact, usually when I stream Mario stuff, I keep the Build-A-Bear Bowser plush that I've gotten in here, both the larger one and the smaller one. I should have brought him in here for this, but Bowser's not part of the Pit of 100 Trials. He is in the end of the game, so I'll be sure to bring him when next we play. As a side note, while we're doing all this stuff to get our items, schedule for this week, for anybody who has not yet seen it, I'm going to pull it back up on my end here. As we head off to Toilet Town. But I'm going to go ahead and cook some of these first, so I have a little bit more space to work with. Alright, schedule for this upcoming week. On the 23rd, which will be Thursday, make sure I got that right. Yep, that'll be Thursday. We will be doing the remake of Resident Evil 4. We'll be starting that, as the game will have come out that day, which I'm looking forward to playing. I've done the demo, and the demo was really, really good. It's weird because, like, the, at least the demo for the game, like, that game and RE4, the original, feel like two completely different games, but that's not a diss to either one of them. They both feel like different games, but also really fun games. So I'm looking forward to playing that, for sure. And then the following day, on Friday, we will be finishing up the playthrough of this. We'll be doing the finale of Thousand Year Door. So that will leave room to do more of Resident Evil 4 if I decide to, we don't just have it be a one-off. And we'll also be getting back to not Thousand Year Door, we'll be getting back to Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, next week as well. So look forward for those towards the end of the month. It's hard to believe that, like, next week is going to be the last week of March already, somehow. I'm going to have to be careful at work the following week, because I usually work Saturdays, so I'm going to have to make sure to not fall for any April 1st jokes. But if you need to keep up with that schedule, you can always check on my Discord page. All those links are down below for my Discord. Past live streams are there, so you can check out any of the archived streams for any of this or XD, Gale of Darkness. Anything that I've streamed for quite a long time is on that archive page, as well as my OG YouTube channel. For Twitter, Facebook, and Discord, I will always announce when I go live on here. Discord is the only one that keeps the schedule, though. The Facebook link isn't down there, but it is just facebook.com, pitmarthroy. I would say not a lot of people use it, but a fair people do. There's like almost 100 people that are subscribed to that know when I go live, so... I want to do Thunder Rage and Point Swap. But yeah, lots of good stuff on that archive page. If you're a fan of Pokemon, there's quite a bit on there. There's Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, Pokemon Coliseum, which is the prequel. There's also a co-op one that was a dual screen one that took a lot of setup to get done, but we did do it and finish it in full. Of my friend playing Pokemon Leaf Green for the first time while I play Fire Red alongside her, and it's a dual screen one, so you can see both of us playing at the same time. That's on there, and at some point we're going to get around to doing the later generations as well, once I figure out a little bit more with my setup for getting Soul Silver to work as I need it to, or Heart Gold, depending. I guess it will be Heart Gold, yeah. Let's go ahead and put those in my types. Alright. Yeah, I am looking forward to that remake, though, for RE4. I think it's going to be really, really good as a whole. The only thing I didn't like about the demo is I wish it was a tiny bit longer. I know it's a demo, but it needed a little bit more to it. Like, it's from the start of the game up until you finish fighting off the group of enemies in the town, and I wish you could have explored the town, and then once you tried to, like, leave to progress, that's when it cut you off. I feel like getting that time to explore the town would have been a nice little addition, because there wasn't really any chance to explore all that much because it was such a linear path. Okay, I'm gonna buy those two. I'm gonna buy, I think, just one stopwatch. Okay, how are we doing now? So 3 life shrooms, we'll have 4 shooting stars, 3 boost sheets, 1 stopwatch. I'm gonna buy 1 more stopwatch, and then I'm gonna fill up on mostly FP restoring items from there. I'm looking forward to the story as well, because apparently they're going to be doing more with Lewis, which is great because I loved Lewis, and it was kind of a shame that, like, he shows up once and, like, fights alongside you, and then shows up one more time, and then the third time he shows up, he gets killed in the original. So I would love to see him have more of an impact on the story this time, of having, like, more fights alongside him, having him survive longer. I don't know if he'd survive outright, but longer would be nice. Mume. Want me to cook something for you, Sir? Or Clumsy Crush-A-Lot? Sir Clumsy Crush-A-Lot almost seems better, but... Thunder Rage. Point swap. Oddly enough, as good as this, like, point swap thing is for making the boost sheet and the shooting star, it only has, like, one other recipe that involves it. You think it would have a little bit more, but I guess not. Also, for whatever reason, if you do cook a point swap and the shooting star, you'll get the Thunder Rage back. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because it does 1 more damage as the shooting star. There's no reason you'd want to do exactly 5. Alright. Three life shrooms, 5 shooting stars, 3 boost sheets, a couple stopwatches. Another Book of Luigi. A couple fire flowers. I'm actually going to store one of those. And withdraw one of the Ultra Shrooms, not for if I need it for myself, but if I need it for my partner. And then lastly, we'll cook up those 2 mushrooms to get the little extra bonus off of them. They're at the top of the list. My mistake. Just cook that. Perfect. Alright, and with that, we should be ready for Endgame next time we stream this on Friday. That was an interesting place to put that. I would have expected it to go at the top here, but... okay, well, whatever works. So thank you all for watching. I will see you guys on Thursday for the Resident Evil 4 remake, sort of, I guess. We'll just call it Resident Evil 4 because that's what the game's called, as opposed to Resident Evil 4 2005, according to Steam at least. But yes, I will see you all for that. In the meantime, let's see. And it doesn't really seem like there's too many online, so I guess we'll just go ahead and end it off here. Yep, thank you all for joining me. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you on Thursday for Resident Evil, which I've already said. Ouch. As a side note, one other quick small thing to mention, and I'm going to be doing that probably on Wednesday or Thursday would be my guess. Probably Wednesday evening. I will be looking through my games for one of my games to play blind as we hit that goal with the channel points. So if you are on Discord, keep an eye out for that poll. It will be coming up sometime this week. I'm not sure when we'll start the blind game itself or when that poll will end. I'll kind of play it by ear, but just to keep in mind that will show up at some point. Right, take care guys, and I'll see you later.